Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We're about 6 minutes away still from the next keyword for the golden ticket, the new one for the next hour. 8:30, 9:30, we'll give you a new one too. So it'll go from 8:30 to 9:30. That's coming up in about 6 minutes. First, head to headlines. The funniest headlines of the week. We narrow it down to two. You choose the one you want to hear us break down, the story that you want to hear about. Choose wisely, because the other story we'll never hear about it again. We totally scrub it from the internet, from Google. You can never find it again. So here you go, the two funniest headlines of the week. Headline number one, and you vote by texting in 312-591-8300, headline one or headline two. Headline one is, bird sparks Canadian brush fire after dropping a fish on power lines. Now, that could be why we have all this bad air here, because the Canadian wildfires.
Because of the birds?
Yeah.
Not because of us?
No, we can't do anything bad.
Obviously.
So that could be why, deeper in that story, why we have the damn horrible air, sometimes the worst on Earth last week, one day it was. So bird sparks Canadian brush fire after dropping a fish on power lines. That is headline one. If you like that, hang tight, don't vote yet, because headline number two is this. New Jersey man angry over being sold sandwich with eggplant returned to store 4 years later and stabbed owner. Officials say.
4 years?
4 years. He came back. Now, if you want to hear more about that story, text in headline number two. So headline one, headline two, you decide the content right now. Again, bird sparks Canadian brush fire after dropping a fish on power lines is one. Two is, New Jersey man angry over being sold sandwich with eggplant returned to store 4 years later and stabbed the owner.
God, that must have been the worst sandwich ever. Just sit on it for 4 years.
Well, we'll find out after Local H which one you choose. You decide the content, and the golden ticket new keyword for the hour is on the way as well after Local H. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Now let's get to headlines. We had two headlines you could vote on, and boy, do we have some results. So here you go, the two funniest headlines of the week. You pick one. We never talk about the other story again. Headline one was, bird sparks Canadian brush fire after dropping a fish on power lines, which could be causing the bad air here in Chicago. If you pick that one, we're going to find out more on that story. Headline two was, New Jersey man angry over being sold sandwich with eggplant returned to the store 4 years later and stabbed owner. Oof. Now, as much as we want to figure out about that bird, it's going to be scrubbed from the internet. You'll never know if that's causing the horrible, horrific air in Chicago, that bird dropping on the power lines, because headline number two won. And here we go. Let's get into it. You chose it. You decide the content. Here we go. New Jersey man angry over being sold sandwich with eggplant returned to the store 4 years later and stabbed owner. There's so much right there alone in the headline. Why did it take 4 years to stab the owner? And I'm not saying you should stab an owner for just eggplant on the sandwich.
Why 4 years if you're going to do it?
If you're going to do it, why 4 years? The angry customer stabbed the owners of the Baladna Bakery on Thursday over a wrong order 4 years ago. So here we go. This is the horrific story. Or maybe it's uplifting somehow. I don't know.
I'm sure.
I'm reading it for the first time, too. A knife-wielding customer. Whew, not a good description off the bat. You know, could say an upset or agitated customer. He's knife-wielding.
I think that's because there's a big difference between upset and knife-wielding. I think it's an important headline.
Also, I would hope that if he's knife-wielding, that someone would have got to him before he got in the store. If you're walking down the street with a knife out, you know,
I see a man walking down the street with a knife. You think I'm going to tackle him? I'm like, I'm going to get out of the way.
You should be a good citizen and do your part.
And tackle him?
Yes. Maybe you got a free sandwich out of it later from the place you'd saved. So a knife-wielding customer of a New Jersey bakery who was angry after being fed food he was allergic to 4 years ago.
Here it goes.
Returned to the establishment last week and stabbed the owner. Now, you've heard of a long con. I'm not sure why it took 4 years to go there and stab the owner. I'm not saying you should ever stab an owner. You should never do that.
Maybe he's been recovering from this eggplant reaction for 4 years. Maybe it's that serious.
He just got out of a coma and grabbed a knife and went over there?
Son of a bitch.
I was thinking maybe he's been replaying this scenario in the shower for 4 years. what I should have said was, and then what I would have done was, and he finally got the courage, I guess courage is what the word we're looking for here, to go stab somebody.
He's a brave man.
Well, the jerk store called and they ran out of you. Police said the knife-wielding customer told victims he was upset about being sold a sandwich 4 years ago that contained eggplant, saying it made him ill because he's allergic. Quote, he told him, "You give me eggplant in my sandwich, and then my stomach was bothering me," and stuff like that. The altercation took a violent turn, with the owner getting stabbed in the stomach. Ugh.
He's like, your stomach's going to feel bad too.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's like a metaphor.
You say that like you weren't expecting him to get stabbed in the stomach.
I thought the arm.
Why the? What? No.
Because he was handing
Like
him
his sandwich making arm? Like,
Yeah.
you're not going to do that again. I get it. I get where you're coming from.
Thank you. If you're going to take someone out, or maybe he was handing him a new sandwich without eggplant, and he stabbed him in the arm or the hand. Stomach is bad.
hand.
Oof. As his brother stepped in to help, he was slashed in the arm, his sandwich-making arm. The brother that works there, too.
Wow.
Well, that's not good.
Oh, no more sandwiches. Everyone's arms smashed. Oh, my God.
Now, can you imagine, Kenzie, how would you react if you were in line and you had to get back to work and you were
You know
hungry?
what? I would be so annoyed. Like, I know they just got stabbed, but like, could you imagine going out of your way to the sandwich shop? You've already started your TikTok. Come eat with me, and now you're screwed. You've wasted all this time.
What I eat during my 9 to 5.
Run, don't walk.
Oh, God.
Away from the killer at the sandwich shop.
You've got the owner stabbed in the stomach, his brother stabbed in the arm, and you're going like, can I have my provolone and turkey? I know you guys got this thing going on.
Toaster oven.
You're gonna burn it. You're gonna burn it.
Let the timer already went off.
I will finish what happened next when we come back.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Well, keep texting the word lion, Lion, to 312-591-8300 if you haven't done it. If you already did it, don't worry about it. You got your word in for the hour. 9:30, we give you a new keyword for the golden ticket. But that also gets you a chance at Mumford & Sons tickets at the United Center. That's going to be fantastic. So text Lion, Lion, to 312-591-8300. The golden ticket can be yours. And we have music entertainment news coming up. We have a lot to get into, but we have to finish up our story. We have to finish up head-to headlines. The winning headline, which is one of the funniest headlines of the week, you decide the content you chose. New Jersey man, angry over being sold a sandwich with eggplant, returned to the store 4 years later and stabbed the owner. Now, when we left you, we were at the stabbing. Part of that, where not only the guy that made the sandwich, but his brother tried to intervene and he got stabbed in the arm. The guy who made the sandwich got stabbed in the stomach. And that's where we left you with Kenzie and Lion trying just to get her turkey and provolone wrap to put up on TikTok. She was
Come
behind.
eat with me.
Kenzie, do you think at any point, if you saw two people get stabbed at the sandwich shop, that you would hop the counter and make the sandwich yourself and then maybe leave a $20 bill on the counter?
Well, leave money.
Sorry, that was stupid of me.
Very dumb.
I can't even do that. Like, before someone's like cheap ass, I haven't seen cash in years. I don't even know what it looks like, okay? I don't know if I'm going to be able to type it in an Apple Pay quick.
Before we finish off the story, I want to tell a quick story of a time when I was at one of my favorite sandwich shops. And across the street,
It's just you eating.
It's
Is that what
just
the
a
story
story
is?
of a meatball sub, Brian.
it's not just me. I'm not going to describe me eating the sandwich and what condiments I put on and how many napkins I use. I'm not going to do that.
Do you want to say the name of the place?
This was Cap'n Nemo's.
Oh, okay.
My favorite place. Rest in peace. The place isn't around anymore. It was one of the best subs in the city, Cap'n Nemo's. So I'm in there getting my sub sandwich, very hungry, like Kenzie was in line. Getting ready there was no TikTok when I had this, so I couldn't post it, sadly.
You're going to post on MySpace?
Friendster.
Yeah.
In an AOL chat room, I was going to post the picture. So I'm getting the sandwich across. Right next door, there was a building under construction, and there was all this construction crew. And all of a sudden, I heard the biggest rumble ever, and the building came down next door, and all the dust and smoke and bricks came through the door where I was waiting for my sub in line, and everything, like the dust blew into the building. And everybody took cover. Everybody jumped. They didn't know what was going on.
Did like all the front glass break, or did like the door blow open?
The glass broke. Bricks came through the front door from the building next door that
It seemed
collapsed.
like it was very well thought out.
Well, it was a mistake. You see, it was an accident. And I'm standing there, and I see my sandwich on the counter, and everybody's hidden and crying and screaming, and I just kind of said, So how much do I owe you for? I got chips and a drink too. Can I just get out of
I
here?
have the combo.
I wanted the cherry Coke, if you don't mind.
I've got your rewards card. I got one more free one coming up. Can you just stamp this and give me my sandwich so I can get out of here?
So, wait, so the building fell?
It fell, the next door building, because they were working on it, and the whole building collapsed.
Oh, it's like a Jenga tower. One wrong move, whole thing goes down.
Holy crap. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but boy, it was rough getting out of there. And yeah, that's
So to step over the broken glass shards.
The bodies
the
scattered.
construction workers.
Yeah, people died. Brian's like, well, a little extra sauce on that.
Kind of.
I hate a dry one.
I was upset I hit my 10th sub for a free one. I gotta come back here now more often as I step over bodies. Okay, back to this story. So where we left you was the guy who was upset about the sandwich 4 years later had stabbed the owner and the guy's brother. Mm-hmm. Another witness detailing the conversation and the confrontation heard the man yelling before the stabbing. Makes sense. It probably escalated to a stabbing after just yelling about the sandwich 4 years ago.
Right.
They said I heard screaming, so I went outside to see one of the bakery owners outside holding his arm. His arm was bleeding. It surprised everybody because they're very nice people. Nice people get stabbed often. I don't know.
It's a bummer.
It's a sad, sad situation. They continued by saying the brothers, which is both getting stabbed to the owners, suffered deep stab wounds, were brought to St. Joseph's University Hospital, and they're still, the brother that got stabbed in the stomach is still in the hospital. The one that got stabbed, the arm has been released.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so the mayor said...
the mayor?
So the mayor got involved.
Oh, my God.
He didn't get stabbed, but he wanted to reassure everybody that the business district is safe. He tried to alleviate concerns from residents and other business owners that this was an isolated incident.
Okay, that's super concerning that the mayor felt he had to release a statement and assure everybody that the business district was safe. That's no different than the mayor in Jaws assuring that the beaches would be open on the 4th of July. He's hiding something in the business district, and it needs to be investigated.
Well, if it's food, I'm going to be there. It's fine. I get it. All those hungry people.
Here's the mayor's statement, by the way, of Paterson, New Jersey. They're concerned this type of thing does not happen in this area. A very popular phrase whenever someone gets shot or killed in an area.
In an area where it happens all the time.
It never happened here.
Never here. So I tried to assuage some fears, allay their concerns, and reassure them that the police department is completely focused on bringing whoever is responsible for this tragic, violent incident to justice. It's the right thing to say.
They really don't have him? He was able to stab two people in broad daylight and walk out of a sandwich shop and nobody caught him?
There's two more statements in the story before we finish up the headlines. It says the suspect was last seen running away on Main Street.
He didn't have, it's not like he got away in a car. Like
No.
he was just running and you didn't catch him?
I understand that every city has a Main Street, but it's this Main Street. They should have been able to follow him. Police have not shared a description of the guy.
Oh, this is a cover-up. This crooked mayor.
It's a cop.
This is unbelievable.
The one-armed man did it.
Oh, interesting. No description, but the business district is safe.
Well, this might explain that because the family-owned bakery has been closed ever since the altercation and will remain closed until further notice, according to the police. Maybe they want the property.
Yeah, they're importing, exporting cocaine. Oh, my God.
Maybe a highway needs to go through there and they don't want to buy the place.
Yeah.
So it's a small sub shop. We got to stab somebody. This is what we're going to do. We're going to get someone to go in there and be upset about a sandwich, stab both owners, get them out of there, close the business.
He's running on the main street with a knife, and nobody got a video.
In an area where the mayor claims this never happens.
Yeah.
It was during lunch. It was like 1 a.m. If I saw a guy running down the street holding a knife, first, I would get a video. Second, I would call the cops. No one did that.
This is the problem. Everybody works from home now. Nobody's going out for lunch anymore.
It's tragic.
Several people saw these men get stabbed. Somebody's going out for lunch. Yeah, the door dasher was picking up at a minimum.
We appreciate your patriotism, Kenzie, getting the video first before you stop the man.
You know what? We'd have a description if I was there.
That's
Certainly.
right.
I would have had a video.
I don't think I've ever seen that before in a statement. Police have not shared a description.
Why not?
There was a lot of people in line for sandwiches and saw those guys get
They're
stabbed.
describing what he said to him.
They knew everything, they knew everything he said.
How about you throw the face in?
Yeah. Well, listen, that's the headlines. And that story was Sunday, August 3rd. So, Case, if you can do a follow-up on this, if we can see what happened possibly tomorrow on the show at this time, we'll give a follow-up if we see one.
I'm going to get on Southwest website. I'm going to send Ben Bradley to Patterson, New Jersey to talk to that mayor. This is a cover-up.
Yeah, something doesn't sound right. Something sounds fishy. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. If you missed the keyword this hour, we'll give that to you again after Wheatus. Before we do music entertainment news, big Riot Fest news dropped yesterday. We'll give that to you. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. The keyword this hour for another half hour is lion. Lion to 312-591-8300. That's how you get a chance at the golden ticket. Everything we do for an entire year. This really changes your life. Seeing concerts you never were able to go to. You run out of cash when you want to go see a show. I got to pick and choose. No, you get everything from Riot Fest to Riot Fest free. Brian and Kenzie, Q101. And the qualifying prize is Mumford & Sons at the Madhouse, Wednesday, October 8th from our great friends at Live Nation. So you have a half hour left, a new keyword next hour. If you've already done it, don't do it again. But you can enter every hour. So LION 312-591-8300. Let's get to music entertainment news. Huge Riot Fest news yesterday. As right if we got off the air, the Riot Fest late night after shows were announced. There's 19 of them. That's quite a few, taking over truly the 20th anniversary of Riot Fest, as it was the 20th of Lollapalooza in Grant Park as one location. So a pretty big year for our festivals here in Chicago. They're the best ones on earth. And so here's some of the ones that were announced I want to highlight. First off, Friday, September 19th, Riot Fest 20th anniversary show at the Metro. That's TBA. So they're going to do something very special for that.
Ooh, sounds like I want to be there.
You should be in the balcony. You'll see Kenzie with a bottle of champagne in the balcony of the Metro, spraying the peasants below her.
I don't know what that show means. I don't know if maybe Billy Joe Armstrong of Green Day will pop by, or if Blink-182. I don't know what's happening, and it's driving me crazy that I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, when they start off with one that's a mystery, there you go. Now, some of the ones we know about. Thursday, September 18th, will be Knuckle Puck at the Bottom Lounge. Great locals. You have the Front Bottoms on that Friday. The Front Bottoms and Sincere Engineer, a veteran of Q101's Twisted Christmas, at the Bottom Lounge.
You know what's funny about that one is that same lineup was a Lollapalooza after show in 2021 at Lincoln Hall, because I don't miss Front Bottom shows. I'm at every single one they play, and I saw them at Lincoln Hall at a Lollapalooza after show 4 years ago.
If I remember correctly, they're one of your top 4 bands of all time, maybe your number one.
They're my favorite active band. Other than the Smiths, the Front Bottoms are my favorite band of all time.
That's a pretty big sell job there for that at the Bottom Lounge.
So I'll be there.
And the Academy is at Concord Music Hall on Saturday, September 20th. That's one of them. Also, I want to highlight Dead. I love these guys, local guys. Saturday, September 20th at the Empty Bottle. What a setting for them on that show.
We've also got some locals at the Metro on Saturday, September 20th. Is that right, Brian?
We do. We have some locals at the Metro. Alkaline Trio.
Maybe you've heard of them?
Was he trying to lead me to it?
Lead them there.
Well, there was 19 of them here.
Maybe Alkaline Trio play, right?
There's 19 on this list. And the squares are throwing me off. All the colors.
I could tell you were getting a little bit lost. Now, Saturday,
I don't have
September
my
20th.
readers from Walgreens to make this out.
Now, Brian, tell me again, who's playing Saturday, September 20th at the Metro? It's Alkaline Trio and whom?
Very exciting. Military Gun.
Yes.
That's one of Case's highlight bands, too. And Alkaline Trio is a band I grew up with at the Metro. We didn't grow up together at the Metro. I grew up with the band.
Good heavens. Coming off the track. What time is that? After 9, I figured.
All I want them to do is play From Here to Infirmary all the way through at the Metro, and I'd be one damn happy camper.
Well, they're playing Maybe I'll Catch Fire in Full at Douglas Park. So.
I know!
But it's the 25th anniversary of that album.
It's an incredible album, but all I wanted for me is From Here to Infirmary.
Well, next year that album turns 25. Maybe they'll tour it then.
Maybe they'll do that. That'll be fun. Look at that, Brian.
But why not
Maybe
now?
next year, huh?
I want it now.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. What are you taking away from today's show with Brian and Kenzie? Send us a text right now, 312-591-8300. Something that was memorable to you on today's show. Text in your takeaway right now. Now, we will get to a new keyword. It's not 9:30 yet, but we'll get there in about 2 minutes to a new keyword for the golden ticket and your chance to win tickets to, well, we'll keep the band a surprise on this one for the qualifying prize. But the golden ticket, everything we do for an entire year, you get to every show. For example, The current holder of the Golden Ticket crown got to go to Death Cab for Cutie last night at the Chicago Theater, sold out show. Now, Case didn't win the Golden Ticket, but he was there. And one of the most annoying things that can happen to you at a concert happened to him last night. A lot of people checking in things of, different kinds of things that could happen.
It was all things you do at concerts. Talk really loudly, film the entire show.
I don't film the entire show. I only film.
You film a lot of it, and you always have one hand on your hip, like you're stabilizing yourself, which is so funny to me.
I have so many videos filming Brian as Brian films concerts that he doesn't know about.
Well,
he kind of looks up, he squints, he's got one hand on his hip. It's like, man, I'm like, just enjoy the show.
It's like he's Hitchcock all of a sudden.
I know.
Relax.
Hitchcock, what a reference.
Thank you. I know movies.
Now, I will watch these later, unlike most people that film. I do actually go back and break down game tape of a concert.
God forbid you go home and spend time with your family for being at a concert all night. Just
Listen,
rewatch it.
they've had enough of me. I just want to see 21 Pilots do Ride Again. And my
2017.
That's right. My angle, like Ross Halflin or Ansel Adams, nobody's got this angle and this zoom in like me. Let me tell you. So, Case had an experience last night. I don't know exactly what happened at the show, but would you say it ruined the show for you?
It did not help.
Okay.
It did not help. Look,
Right.
It was Death Cab at the Chicago Theater, 20th anniversary of Plans. So things are already tense. It's an emotional record. It's not one
That's like not a party.
It was not a party. Now, I will say we had so many crew members there. Thank you to everybody who said hi. I also thought it was really funny that it's a Death Cab show, which is a crowd, myself included, of people that kind of walk staring at the floor, not the most confident people. And I awake to a bunch of DMs of like, I saw you at the Death Cab show, but I was too afraid to say hi. Always say hi. It's okay. And I thought it was very Death Cab of that crowd to be like,
Well, they may have been crying in fairness. You're in the middle of a Death Cab show. You're bawling your eyes. It's not the right time to meet people.
Also, you just said that's so aggressive. It's okay to come and say hi to me. It's fine. I'm going to say hi back.
I just thought it was so funny that the Death Cab crowd was like, oh, I got nervous. I got freaked out. It's okay.
Yeah.
We all had a great time there. But this is the Death Cab record with Soul Meets Body, which we're going to play in a second, and Crooked Teeth. And, of course, I Will Follow You Into the Dark, which is an easy song to mock, but it is one of the most beautiful songs ever recorded.
Oh, it's emotional. You can't listen to that and not cry.
Song.
It's great. It's so great. And so on stage, it's just Ben Gibbard, the front man. It's just him and his guitar.
Oh, boy.
And he's singing along to it. And you get about 3/4 of the way through the song, and he says something very funny. He pauses and says, I don't want to be presumptuous and ask for a sing-along, but I get the feeling that everybody in the crowd knows the lyrics to this song. So if you wouldn't mind indulging me, everybody in the crowd, all 3,000 people here, I'd like you guys to sing the chorus. And then so you don't feel ripped off, I will finish out the song with one extra chorus for you guys.
Now, that is excellent. That is phenomenal. As you know, I don't like when people all sing along all the songs. I can't hear the singer. What great instruction.
Yes.
I love him.
Yes.
That is an amazing thing to do.
Well, because this is, again, an audience where they're being quiet and they're listening. You can't do that. You can be like, listen, everybody Metallica. It's not going to go that way.
The Chicago Theater holds 3,000 people. Kenzie, 2,999 of them. Very quiet and respectful and engaged on the Death Cab show.
Who was
Did
it?
Brian go?
Brian was not there. I attended the concert with a coworker. Thankfully, it wasn't Brian. I had a great time with the person I attended with. But the man behind us, again, not Brian, because I did get a good look at him.
You made this very clear. I wasn't there. I wanted to go, but he took our tickets. I gave him the case. Go ahead.
As the entire Chicago Theater gets quiet and they all focus and they sing along to I Will Follow You Into the Dark, one of the most beautiful songs ever recorded, a man who showed up hammered to the Death Cab for Cutie show at the Chicago Theater begins talking very, very loudly to his wife and saying, as we're all trying to sing along, yo, this is the most beautiful song I've ever heard. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite Death Cab song. It's the most beautiful song I've ever heard, though. And then proceeded, and I'm not kidding, to fall over his chair onto my feet and then got thrown out of the Chicago Theater for being too hammered at the Death Cab for Cutie show.
How did he fall over?
Momentum. It's a downward
Were you guys
slope.
all standing?
We were standing up.
Oh.
Downward slope on the floor.
Yeah.
He must have caught a gust of wind, lost his balance, fell over the chair, fell onto me, took out my ankles, and 5 songs into the concert of the year was escorted from the Chicago theater for drinking too much.
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly what happened, Case. He was yelling in his wife's ear, and she pushed him, like, get off me. And then he went flying forward.
Best song ever.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. The key word this hour is camera. CAMERA to 312-591-8300. It'll be active to 10:30. Lauren will give you a new keyword for the golden ticket, your chance to win the most fantastic radio prize in the history of radio, going to all concerts for a year. From Riot Fest to Riot Fest, we take care of you. We're with you, by the way, too. At a lot of them. Not all of them, because you win more than us, that's for sure. Takeaways from you at 312-591-8300 from today's show. Something that was memorable to you. Case, what do you got?
Takeaway from our friend Dakota, don't laugh at Ecuador.
Period.
It's not
it wasn't
funny. It's not supposed to be funny. Don't laugh at it.
I can't even remember the context of that now.
It was a question.
I asked a question in class with Kenzie. The question was, what Spanish-speaking nation got its name from its position on the equator? Kenzie said Ecuador, and then everybody acted like the Three Stooges walked in the room, and I don't understand why that was funny.
I mean, it was nothing but net on my part. I didn't laugh. I mean, I nailed it.
Sure. Remember, folks, that's the guy to say hi to at the concert right there, too.
A nice friendly face at Death Camp for Cutie. I'll be at
Very
Lincoln
fun.
Park on Monday.
Kenzie, what do you got?
Sylvia's takeaway, come eat with me. Run, don't walk, away from the killer.
And finally, 630 checked in, Chris in Frankfurt. Ma! Brussels sprouts! All right, what's on the podcast?
What a show today was. At 6 o'clock, we talked about Kenzie's disastrous therapy session and why she won't go back. 7:30 this morning, I was forced to issue an apology to President Obama. And again, I do apologize to Barack Obama for the things that I said about him. At 8 o'clock this morning, we had Jackson from the band Silly Goose on to talk about how he was arrested on Saturday night and what you can do to help his legal fund if you're interested in helping. And it is Wednesday, and so we have a brand new Head to Headlines, and we were just discussing during that song that it was our favorite Head to Headlines we've done in quite some time. So if you missed that, Brian and Kenzie podcast has everything you need to hear today.
And anytime you want to listen to it, the entire show is on there. Wherever you get your podcast, you can listen to it at 3 in the morning if you want to. Get ready for the show, a new show to start tomorrow morning. Whenever you want, wherever, the Brian and Kenzie podcast.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.